like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. 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 If we care enough.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
The idea of the universe being a simulation is not a new one. Theories exist in ancient cultures around the world. Modern simulation theory comes from Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at Oxford who wrote an influential paper on the subject in 2003. Assuming that living in a simulation is possible, Bostrom presents the simulation trilemma, which says one of the following must be true. 1, we destroy ourselves before we're able to create a simulation. 2, we're able to create a simulation but choose not to. Or 3, we are definitely in a simulation. Bostrom believes each of these is equally likely to be true. Now, I don't think that's controversial. We use computer models to study the human population, predict the weather, for entertainment. We simulate everything. And when a civilization can create a realistic simulation, the most obvious one to create is that of its own early existence. Bostrom calls this an ancestral simulation. And a civilization that can do this wouldn't just create one simulation, it would create many. And those simulated civilizations might create their own simulations of the universe, and on like Russian nesting dolls of reality.
Now you're a character in that world and you think you have free will, and you say, I want to invent a computer, so you do. Hey, I want to create a world in my computer. And then that world creates a world in its computer. And then you have simulations all the way down.
When Elon Musk was asked what he thought the chances were that our reality is the original base reality,
the odds that we're in base reality is 1 in billions.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is a little more conservative. He thinks the odds that we are in base reality versus a simulated reality is 50-50. A 50-50 chance that everything we experience is artificial, that's still pretty high. And even though we mostly hear what scientists think about this, it's not scientific theory. Simulation theory isn't math, it's philosophy. It isn't physics, it's metaphysics. So what we need is hard evidence that we live in a simulation. And to find proof, all you have to do is look.
Quite interesting. What has that got to do with tonight's topic? Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. We live in a simulation? The Matrix? We're actually living in the Matrix. Come on now. Nikki from the SIP got me on this because she was, you're attracted to the girl in the red dress. We live in the Matrix? Come to find out, we do. I wrote a book, or one of my books came out in 2019 called The Holographic Relationship. And what I did was I took 8 concepts that are, very meaningful in physics and turned them into relationship concepts. The double slit experiment, which deals with observation and collapsing the wave function of probability. I took entanglement, which later Jada Pinkett made famous when she said she was in an entanglement with August Alsina. And I took several others, fine tuning, right, where I think I spoke about that earlier this week. Fine tuning is when scientists look at the universal constants, which was an idea that was created by Einstein, and he posited that there are several universal constants, and if any of them were off just a little bit, we couldn't exist, right? If the Big Bang happened faster than it happened, it would have been too hot. And by being too hot, electrons wouldn't have formed. If there's no electrons, there's no life, so on and so forth. So the universal constants are very, very, very precise, which leads to the thought that these universal constants were divinely set. So, scientists won't say God set these. They'll say an intelligent creator, set the universal constants. So me exploring science the way I do, I love it so much that I was like, if it's happening at the scientific level, right, then it must be happening in our everyday lives. So that led me to the concept of the holographic relationship, right? And holography, whole story, that's what it means. Whole writing, hologram, holograph means whole writing from Greek and Latin. And if you look at attachment theory from John Bowlby, when he says your primary caregiver sets your secure attachment or your maladaptive attachment, and you carry that attachment style into your adult life only to be acted out, I was like, wow, your whole story is indeed with you. And so tonight's topic, we're going to cover something in the realm of science fiction, but it actually intersects with intimate relationships. The idea came from a show we did the other day when I was basically saying Earth is the campus, relationship is the classroom, and what you've been through psychologically, that is the curriculum, right? And you guys have heard me say on many occasions, relationship is a mirror. The person that you're attracting to you is coming to you because of what you haven't reconciled internally. Now, if you study psychology, you're going to hear about Wundt. You're going to hear about all of these guys, Carl Jung, Freud. Freud is considered everything in psychology, even though a lot of what he taught is unfalsifiable. Unfalsifiable means we can't prove it right or wrong. You can't access the subconscious. You can't put it in a lab and study it, so to speak. So a lot of the things he talked about was unfalsifiable. But tonight's topic, love trials, Earth, the love and relationship simulator. See, I believe this. So many people cannot access true love. Love is like the unconscious, right? Love is like the unconscious. Remember the clip we played the other night when the lady was breaking down the chakras? And she explained that the lower chakras are the repository. They are the library, the holographic library that holds all of your experiences. She said the higher chakras, heart, throat, right? Third eye, crown. These chakras are a little bit nebulous, ephemeral, and not as tangible, right? So many people can't access them. You guys remember me saying, for many people, spirituality is simply just not real because it's not tangible. You know what's tangible? Bills, your mortgage, right? Your light bill, your cable bill, your gas, your car note, right? These are tangible things. And so a lot of times we find ourselves so focused on that, especially as it pertains to an intimate partner. I need somebody that's going to help me do this. I need somebody that's going to help me. Do you get what I'm saying? That we don't tap into the higher realms of consciousness. And that's where unconditional love is. So when we sit down and we have conversations with people about love, you hear low level, low vibrational answers like love is a verb. Love is predicated on action. Well, just put trans in front of action. Transaction, right? You get what I'm saying? So now you're starting to understand some of the concepts that I have laid out, like such as reciprocity. For many people, reciprocity is transaction. If I give, you give. And it becomes an expectation. So now the whole concept of tonight is basically saying, I'm asking the question, could it be that you incarnated here on planet Earth to earn a real relationship in another existence? Could it be that unrequited wounds, unresolved past trauma are supposed to be worked out in the relationship simulation, the relationship matrix, in order to experience the highest level of love? True or false? You can't grow unless you're triggered. How old is the simulation theory? If it is true that we live in a simulation, would relationships be used as a testing ground to prove our worthiness to experience unconditional love? Woo! Woo! What do the world's holy books say about reality as it pertains to the world we live in? How many people believe that we live in a simulation? Could the same thing be true about our interpersonal relationships? Are they inherently illusory? If so, to what end? What is the purpose? Can the human experience / interpersonal relationships be a simulator, i.e. testing ground for the cultivation of unconditional love? How does the concept of simulation theory intersect with the exploration of love trials in interpersonal relationships? Remember, a couple months ago, I did a show called Trial Stones. You heard Big Mama and them say, marriage is work. We live in a culture now that says, no, I'm trying to live the soft life. Love shouldn't be work. I shouldn't have to work for anything. But you have to work through your spiritual curriculum. Your spiritual curriculum lines you right in sync with what you've been through, what you modeled, your attachment style, your communication style. Remember, you inherit your communication style from your family. If your family is argumentative, you're probably going to be a combative person when it comes to communication. If your family's communication style is collaborative, you'll probably be more collaborative. If your family's communication style is avoidant, you're probably going to be more avoidant, right? And then you couple that with your attachment style. You couple that if whether or not you were raised by a covert narcissist or a grandiose narcissist or a codependent parent, and now you start to see the layers of your holographic spiritual projection being formed. And this is how you come into adulthood and into adult relationships. And all of that stuff is the work that needs to be worked on. But many times, our focus is on our partner getting right. Our focus is on our partner fixing themselves. And we hold ourselves in a space where, I wasn't the bad one in this situation. I was the victim. And usually the person that's crying victim is the person that is the master villain. When we come forward, the voice of reason shall continue these thought-provoking questions, and we'll be going to the phone lines.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment through the arts. Thea Chucha Central Cultural is on a mission to transform community in the Northeast San Fernando Valley and beyond through ancestral knowledge, the arts, literacy, and creative engagement. The Northeast San Fernando Valley has a population of about 500,000, the size of the city of Oakland, yet it has no bookstores, art galleries, or full-fledged cultural spaces until Tia Chuchas opened its doors in 2001. Founded by renowned poet and activist Luis Rodriguez, Tia Chuchas Cultural Center provides a year-round free or low-cost arts and literacy bilingual intergenerational programming in mural painting, music, dance, writing, visual arts, healing art sessions, and healing talking circles. Activities also include Mexica, Aztec dance, indigenous cosmology, philosophy, and 2 weekly open mic nights, one in Spanish, the other in English. In addition, they host author readings, film screenings, and art exhibits. To express yourself, heal yourself, attend an event, or volunteer, please visit www.tiachucha.org. That's TIACHUCHA.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
in a vast universe on a small wet planet where billions of years ago, single-celled life forms evolved from the same elements as all non-living material around them, proliferating and radiating into an incredible array of complex life forms. All of this, living and inanimate, microscopic and cosmic, is governed by mathematical laws with apparently arbitrary constants. And this opens up a question. If the universe is completely governed by these laws, couldn't a powerful enough computer simulate it exactly? Could our reality actually be an incredibly detailed simulation set in place by a much more advanced civilization? This idea may sound like science fiction, but it has been the subject of serious inquiry. Philosopher Nick Bostrom advanced a compelling argument that we're likely living in a simulation, and some scientists also think it's a possibility. These scientists have started thinking about experimental tests to find out whether our universe is a simulation. They are hypothesizing about what the constraints of the simulation might be, and how those constraints could lead to detectable signs in the world. So where might we look for those glitches? One idea is that as a simulation runs, it might accumulate errors over time. To correct for these errors, the simulators could adjust the constants in the laws of nature. These shifts could be tiny. For instance, certain constants we've measured with accuracies of parts per million have stayed steady for decades, so any drift would have to be on an even smaller scale. But as we gain more precision in our measurements of these constants, we might detect slight changes over time. Another possible place to look comes from the concept that finite computing power, no matter how huge, can't simulate infinities. If space and time are continuous, then even a tiny piece of the universe has infinite points and becomes impossible.
Do you want to learn how to become a glitch in the Matrix? Do you? Well, the ancients understood how to get outside of psychological knowledge. This is why mindfulness, meditation, the higher forms of yoga, Kriya yoga, prana yoga, right? The higher forms would get you into a state that the Indus Valley family would call no mind. This is why you had folks, or the Buddha, the great Buddha, the enlightened one, speaking of moksha, liberation, freedom from the program contained within the matrix. Now, if you're born in the matrix, you model the matrix. Come on, 1-800-920-1580. Are our relationships an integral part of this simulation? How you treat somebody. Are you being scored by a higher source on your worthiness of actually experiencing what you want? Ooh. In the vast realm of metaphysics, theoretical physics, and spirituality, the concept of a simulated reality has intrigued both scholars and curious minds for centuries. Drawing inspiration from the profound works of physicist Thomas Campbell, Michael M. Talbot's work, The Holographic Universe, and Nick Bostrom's simulation theory, let us delve into the thought-provoking topic of love trials and explore the idea of Earth as the ultimate relationship simulator. The simulation theory, although not a new concept, has gained significant attention in recent years, right? Proposed by philosopher Nick Bostrom in 2003, it suggests that advanced civilizations could create simulations of reality, leading to the possibility that our own existence is simulated. If we were to entertain the notion that we are in a simulation, could it be meticulously designed? Man, this opens up intriguing questions about the purpose and the nature of our experiences, particularly in the realm of intimate relationships. This is deep. This is heavy. Is this the reason why so many people fail to experience unconditional love. Well, how is love conditioned in the first place? You model your origin. You model where you came from. You model your neighborhood. You model your city. You model your parents. You model the society of your home. And then you carry it out into the world. Ooh, and whatever is not healed must be revealed through the mirror of relationships. When I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. I want to talk to people about this notion.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. The Johnson administration is continuing its push to address homelessness in Chicago. The Black Chicago mayor rode on a CTA train to oversee a team from the Haymarket Center provide the unhoused with food, water, clothes, and even Narcan. Part of Mayor Johnson's commitment is a campaign called the Bring Chicago Home referendum that will generate $100 million to fund homelessness prevention. Oprah Winfrey is stepping down from her role at Weight Watchers. Winfrey had served on its board of directors for 9 years. Since the announcement late Wednesday, shares of Weight Watchers have been down by as much as 25%. Winfrey also pledged to donate her financial stake in the company to the National Museum of African American History and Culture. It all comes after Oprah said last year that she was taking weight loss drugs to maintain her weight. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Temperatures getting low, but demand remaining high? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast, funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
City of Los Angeles tenants, get informed today about your eviction rights. Take immediate action if you receive an eviction notice from the court. You have 5 days to respond to an eviction notice or unlawful detainer. Don't self-evict. And you can't be evicted for non-payment of rent unless you owe more than the fair market rent for a unit your size. Learn more eviction information such as at-fault and no-fault evictions at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
Environmental justice is racial justice.
Environmental justice is social justice.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Just had a fight with my woman over something trivial told. We rarely have confrontation, and if the I said really was bold, I think she get it from my mama. Her bitterness passed down from old. When I'm calling out her drama, she too defensive to listen. I'll call so. Looking at, I got problems. You got the type of advice that I need. I couldn't get through on the mention series. Dana was hogging up the time that I need. Between working or being so clingy, plus the time zone difference don't make it more easy. So I figured I'd call in early, turn my life down, mercy, I got through. You tuned in, yeah. Voice of Reason, the show. Yeah. Voice of Reason, the show. So just lay back, you might learn something new. Everybody tuning in to soul, cause he is.
Imagine you've just taken a powerful hallucinogenic substance, curious about exploring the depths of your consciousness. As the effects take hold, your surroundings begin to warp and shift in impossible ways, making you question the very fabric of reality. The walls appear to breathe, colors bend and dance, and geometric patterns emerge from the shadows, engulfing everything in their intricate embrace. Your heart races as a sudden thought strikes you. What if these hallucinations are not mere figments of your imagination, but rather glimpses into the true nature of reality? In the midst of this psychedelic experience, you encounter strange, otherworldly beings that seem to communicate with you telepathically. Their message is cryptic, yet profound. Reality is not what it seems. With every twist and turn of your journey, the boundary between the hallucination and the real world becomes increasingly blurred. You're left wondering if these entities are simply projections of your mind or, perhaps, the masterminds behind a grand cosmic simulation. Welcome, dear viewers, to the realm of simulation theory. where the lines between perception and reality are as thin as a razor's edge and the truths we hold dear are shaken to their core. Strap in as we dive into a world of existential dread, mind-bending possibilities, and the eternal question, is reality real?
Ladies and gentlemen, the VOR is live from KBLA Talk 1580 in the heart of Leimert Park. We turned up tonight. Tonight's a great topic, love trials. Earth, the love and relationship simulator. Some of us think we deserve to have the very best that relationship offers, but we refuse to do any work. Maybe God put us here to test us through our relationships to prove ourselves worthy, to show ourselves worthy. Very interesting. Maybe this is hell, and you have to prove yourself worthy of heaven by overcoming the internal demons that serve as a spiritual curriculum for you. I've got callers on the line. I want to get them in here. Reggie from Austin, Texas. Get in here.
What's up, man? When you were setting up this topic, there was a word that really came to my mind again and again, and that word is called autonomy. It tells me what to focus on, what's real, what's in my face right now for me to learn. And I think the world is maybe not an illusion, or it is definitely a simulation, because the only reality for me, from my perspective, is God, and the world really reflects what I believe. I've said at certain times I want to learn something, and everywhere I go, that lesson is there for me to learn. It's just weird. It kind of follows me, and that's something that's greater than I could put together. It's something that's actually put together for me, but it's not something that I have to prove myself worthy of receiving. It's just a gift, and it's not something that I earn. You know what I'm saying? That's just my perspective, man. And the thing is, if I ask to receive something, and I'm afraid of what I've asked to receive, and I try to dodge it, that lesson will come to me wherever I am. It'll come to me in my family. It'll come to me at my job. It'll come to me in my relationships, whatever it is. You can't get out. You can't evade that lesson because you asked for it and you're going to get it. That's powerful, man. And it's so powerful because it's not forced on me, but it's there for me to get it if I want to get it. That goes back to autonomy. If I want to see it, I can see it. And that's empowering. It makes the world real for me. It makes the world warm for me. And that's enticing. You know what I'm saying? It makes me want to go and keep learning something, keep getting something, and keep giving something because I've been given something that I didn't earn. So it's all just, a work that's together. And it's greater than I could imagine. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're touching on something that's very heavy, brother. As a pastor, what does Jesus say with regards to the realness of this world? Is this a real world? And who is in control of this world? Is it real?
Yeah, it is real. God is in control. He said, ask and you'll receive. Knock and the door will be open. You want something in earnest, you ask for it and you can get it. It's not, cars and houses and things like that. That's superficial. But things that really matter, things like your mentality, your values, your vision, you ask for that, absolutely you can get it. And those are the things that make all the other things happen.
So let me give you these two things right here, and I want your thought on it. Okay. And the devil, taking him up into a high mountain, showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, all this power I will give thee, and the glory of them. For that is delivered unto me, and to whomever so I will, I give it to. Now, this is Luke chapter 4, verses 5 through 6, King James Version. This is the devil offering Christ the world, the power of the world. And the devil is saying, all this power I will give to thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will to give it to. The devil is saying, I got the power here, and I'm willing to give it to you if you would but submit. What are your thoughts on that verse?
I think it's impossible for someone to give me something that's already mine.
Ooh, well, definitely in context of who Jesus was, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, why are you bargaining for something that's already yours?
And
that doesn't make sense. Go ahead.
And here's the other verse, 2 Corinthians 4:4, King James Version. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the mind of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. In this verse, it is saying that the men of the world, the women of the world who follow the God of this world, they saying the devil is the God of this world. What are your thoughts on that?
I think your mind can make a hell out of heaven.
Ooh.
And a heaven out of hell.
Okay, now we there.
Yep.
Wait, now, hey, you stay right there, Reggie. Don't you leave. When we come forward, me and Reggie go finish cooking this up.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
Listen up, City of Los Angeles renters that live in rent-controlled units. Landlords can now increase your rent by 4%. Know these 3 facts. The rent increase is allowed February 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2024. An extra 1% per utility up to 6% can be added if the landlord pays the entire gas and electric bill. And illegal rent increase complaints can be filed at housing.lacity.org. Check if you live in a rent-controlled unit and learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
If you're looking for the most epic place on Earth, let's start at the base of a massive waterfall. Then trek through the thick jungle. Then climb to the peak of a snowy mountaintop. Then once you get there, keep going. Because with intelligent 4x4 and 7 drive modes and a Nissan Pathfinder, the search is the real adventure.
Available feature. Intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
My playlist is my co-host. Come on, Mary. Is it possible to experience real love in a simulation? We talking about it tonight. I got my brother from Austin, Texas on the line right now, Reggie. Reggie, you were getting down to the nitty-gritty. Your last thought was?
That love is real, that it's waiting for you, that the opportunities are real and the obstacles are real too.
Wait, you forgot your final thought. You forgot.
Nah, that's where I was going, man.
But you were talking about something that had to do with fears and ego. You were on to something.
I was saying that your mind can make a heaven out of hell.
There we go.
And a hell out of heaven. That was the last thing. Yep. That's the last thing.
Now watch this.
Okay.
That is the devil. And that is the ruler of the world. You've got to overcome that in order to get to unconditional love. So the simulator is designed to put your devil as the ruler of your world. Is that not what our unhealed attachment styles do? Is that not what our unhealed communication styles do? Is that not what we do consciously or unconsciously when we do not recognize what exactly is our challenge internally?
Yes, and well, yes.
Is this how we make it? Is this how we turn Earth into hell?
It can be.
There we go.
But the thing is, see, if that's there, the love is there too. And the love is as close as the devil is.
But that's not it. That's not. Is it? But I'm not arguing that. I'm saying
right. I feel you.
You gotta
no doubt.
get through something in order to get to something.
Yep. Yeah, you do.
Yes, that's
you do. But the fact that it's there to get to is heaven for me.
Ooh, come on.
The fact that it's there, like, I mean,
even before you get there. The fact that that's waiting on you after you finish this work. I hear you, brother. Come on.
Absolutely. So if it's there to get to, then there's some hope there. And man, hell for me is like the absence of God. But it ain't nowhere that God isn't. So it's like hell is the mind that you have, but it's also a part of you that's there that can be fixed. That can be, achieved, that can achieve all the hope, that can achieve all the goodness that's there. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's there to achieve makes it heaven. For me.
I love it, Reggie.
All right.
Come on, Reggie.
Love you too, bro.
You know what you just did, brother. What did you
Yes,
do?
yes. Brought Austin in the building. Talk to you, man.
Austin, Texas is in the building. I love going back and forth with Reggie because he always brings out good stuff. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Do we got time or am I coming for? Well, let me go right to Sean. Sean, Oakland, California, or Hawaii. Hawaii is in the house, right? Aloha, my brother. Talk to me, man.
Aloha, brother. Well, Reggie just dropped the mic, so I should just hang up. No, I'm just kidding. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. Reggie dropped the mic. But, what I'm saying is, in this, so maybe simulation is an actual conversation, just for everyone listening. It is not someone, making up some conspiracy theories. It's physics and quantum physics and everything, string theory and dimensions and all that. So rather than going into whether I believe it or all that stuff, here, the one thing that you do know you have some control over is how you act in it, right? How you do what you do. Take personal damn responsibility, and I know that's a Republican thing, and I'm not a Republican, but I mean, take responsibility for how you help other people. Help other people around you. You make the community better, you'll make the universe better, because to me, God is the universe. I'm not religious. I've read both the Old and the New Testament, and I get it, and I get all the good things out of it. I only take the good things out of it, by the way, because all the other stuff is pretty not so good. So if we are in a simulation, make sure you take control of that and bring the positive to everyone else. Make sure you lift someone else up every single day.
I love that, brother. Guess what you just did?
Thanks, brother. I brought the Big Island into the building.
Yes, sir. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. What is the Buddhist idea of Maya? Maya is a Sanskrit term or Tibetan term, and it means pretense or deceit that is identified as one of the 20 subsidiary unwholesome mental factors within the Mahayana teachings. In this context, it is defined as pretending to exhibit or claiming to have a good quality that one lacks. Maya, is this not pervasive in the world? Is this not pervasive in our world today? People pretending to love you. People pretending to respect you. People pretending to honor you. I'm guilty of it. And then after pretending, or after the pretense is revealed, then they want to act as if, no, that never happened. They want to gaslight you, which is an illusion on top of an illusion. Right? This is heavy stuff. We live in a world. The Buddha himself considered this world to be an illusion. So my question to you is, if we don't heal, this is a serious question. Get to your phone calls. Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, D.C. Get to your Texas. Get to your phone lines. If we live in an illusory world, are our relationships illusory as well? If we live in an illusionary world, can our relationships be real if we ourselves don't heal? That's a real question. 1-800-920-1580. We got callers everywhere. Callers everywhere. I want to talk to y'all tonight. Let's hear that. Atala should definitely call him, but let me get John from Mountain View. John, Mountain View, Hawaii. Get in here. Aloha. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Greetings and blessings, Zoe. Wow, what a subject. Just getting back from a wedding, and the statement that brings about the question has something to do with the predestined mission that we are all on being here. Mm-hmm. First off, our books are written already. So again, in the time frame that it takes for us to get to the place where God has already pointed us to, Whether that be the relationship that you're in, because I just watched the wedding take place, and virtually the same thing was stated in it. This book was already written. Y'all just had to show up. So how on earth this evolution of time, this evolution of space that we're all waiting in, or waiting on the loved one to show up, or waiting on your deliverance to take place, or being at the place at the time you're supposed to be at, to be with the person you're supposed to be with relationally, or the relationship you have with yourself. Are you ready?
Wait, stay still. Don't leave. John, Mountain View, Hawaii, when we come forward, you're going to get your final thought. Cooking.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Amber